O week, as we know it today,
Are you ready for the new incoming freshmen to come in, boys?
seems to have been a relatively recent phenomenon, maybe 25 years. But every university always has to find a way to integrate the new freshmen who show up every fall, who are strangers to each other and to the institution. In the beginning at Rice, of course, there was Edgar Odell Lovett and a handful of students. He gave the first matriculation address before the formal opening. And the students showed up to register for classes, and there really wasn't a lot that they needed to learn at the beginning because we were still making things up as we went. As the decades went by, though, a campus culture developed, and as new students came in every year, they had to be integrated into that culture. In the beginning, it was somewhat silly. You know, we had freshmen were called slimes and slimesses because the upperclassmen had decreed that they had just climbed out of the primordial ooze. But there are other aspects of orientation that are more prosaic. You have to register for classes. You've got to learn where the library is. You have to get your ID picture made. You've got to find out how the cafeteria works. And that was the basic core of freshman orientation at Rice for many decades. Then, in the late 1950s, with the coming of the college system, a group of students got together with a group of faculty to begin thinking about, you know, in the new era at Rice, what should freshman orientation look like? This is where the idea of sort of a week-long focused initiation and orientation for freshmen alone on campus is sort of born. They called it a camp. They wanted to have a freshman camp, and for some reason that I've never been able to fathom, they thought that they would hold it off campus. That part of the idea died, but the plan of having freshmen basically alone on campus to be taken through learning about how the institution works, what sort of activities were available for them, religious activities, learning about the honor code, and beginning the process of bonding as colleges instead of as classes. Right, this is where it takes shape. Since the late 50s, the basic structure and form of it has just gradually morphed away from one that is relatively small, quiet, and almost totally run by adults to one that is more boisterous and has a lot more social activities going on, and there's much more of a role in it for students.